You know this game called Among Us? It's been suddenly popular recently. It's a real-time social deduction thing. It's actually quite hard to be good at it. There's lots to remember, and although the logic you need for deducing the hidden information is simple, it's hard to apply it properly in your mind within the time. Although it's only slightly harder than swiping a card in admin at the right speed on the first attempt. Okay. There we go. Oh. Swipe card. No. Given how hard this game is, I thought it might be fun to create a tool that helps you play by remembering all the things you've learned so far and making the deductions for you. So I wrote a program for doing exactly this. It knows all the constraints that exist on the game state, and it knows the facts that you tell it, and then it recommends people to eject after meetings. Assuming you give it only things you know for sure, then it will perfectly deduce who the imposters are. Assuming you give it enough information as well. You may well lose the game before you get there, but details. The constraints that it knows at the start are really simple things like people who were killed cannot be imposters, there's always more crewmates than imposters after an ejection that doesn't end the game, and some other simple things like that. You can tell it that someone is a crewmate, maybe you saw them do a visual task, you know they're a crewmate. If you see someone murder or vent, then that's an easy one, you know they're an imposter. You can also tell it who has been murdered and who was ejected, of course, but the most useful thing you can tell it is when a group of people is known to contain at least one imposter. So if you never let green or red out of your sight for the whole round, but somebody was killed, then you know there's at least one imposter among all the players that are not you, green or red. So this thing is a piece of Python code with a browser-based UI. It uses Z3, which is a sat solver, to calculate all the possible explanations for the facts that you provide. That means I didn't tell it any of the logic for actually making deductions, I just told it the constraints and the facts that you've provided, and the logic doesn't matter because of the way the sat solver finds solutions to equations. It means it's really easy to add extra information in the future if ever an update to the game adds ways to learn things or adds a new game state. Adding that to the sat solver problem is trivial. Is it useful during a real game? Well,